Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome me. That's right. From Houston, Texas, via Columbus, Ohio, Hadden Sayers. Yeah. We're on the air, we're live streaming, so thanks for being here. Start off with a song from my CD entitled Blue Country, a song called Screamin'. All right, I got a lively crowd tonight. In the morning she goes to a window, waiting for the sun to shine. She got the same old song on her radio, and it always seemed to make her smile. She liked to walk her dog in the pouring rain. Nobody ever seemed to care, but she stands real proud and she never complains. And I love it when she takes me there. Well, I love it when she takes me there. She's screaming, ready for somebody to love. Screaming, yeah, are you ready for somebody to love? She spends her afternoon writing letters to the romantic places in her head. Got a queen-size bed full of feathers, every magazine she's ever read. She never ever goes to the movies, never ever goes to a mall, never ever looks in a mirror. She kinda superstitious like that, but she kinda superstitious like that. 'Cause she's screaming, ready for somebody to love. Screaming, yeah, yeah, are you ready for somebody to love? And she's a little rock and roller, who and she'll wrap you around her finger one time, that's right, every night. Every day she goes through a window. One day it's all gonna change. She'll have a brand new song on her radio. She won't never be the same. I said she won't never be the same. I said she won't never be the same. 'Cause she's screaming, ready for somebody to love. Are you ready for somebody to love? Screaming, ready for somebody to love. Screaming, are you ready for somebody to love? I said ready for somebody to love. I said ready for somebody to love. Oh, I said ready for somebody to love. Yeah. Thank you so much, everybody. Appreciate it. Appreciate that. We're intimate and we're into it. I like that. Yeah, that's nice. I like that a lot. I don't know if you noticed that I said that I was from Houston, Texas, via Columbus, Ohio. It's because I live in Columbus, Ohio. I was born in Nacogdoches, Texas, and then I moved to Lufkin, Texas. Hey, how about it for Nac? From Nacogdoches to Lufkin, from Lufkin to Plano, Texas, Plano, Texas to Sugarland, Texas, Sugarland, Texas, College Station, Texas, College Station to Austin, Texas, Austin, Texas to Houston, Texas, Houston, Texas to Columbus, Ohio. And that's about what it sounds like when I do that in Columbus, Ohio. There's not a lot of pride there, but we do what we can. No, I make it very clear when I'm up there that I'm from Houston, Texas. That is until Ohio Travel Magazine called and asked if they could do a story on me with a big picture and put, 100,000 copies of the magazine in every the rest area all through Ohio. And then I was like, oh, yeah, sure, man. I'm from Ohio. No problem. Publicity whore, sorry. I've got a list down there. I'd like to not do what's on the list. I've got something else I'd rather play. I've got a couple of kids. I've got a 6-year-old and I've got a 4-year-old. And y'all are like, damn, he's old. I don't know what the hell happened. Neither do I. I don't know what happened. But the 6-year-old is wild. He's, I don't know if anybody here ever picks up a kid from daycare, but if you walk in there and there's like one running around in circles that peed in his pants and got crazy curly hair, that one's mine. Yeah. And yeah, so that's kind of my life is like trying to chase after this little dude, and it'll wear you out. It'll do it for sure. When I was a little kid, my parents would try to pick me up, and I would do this thing where I would stiffen my body and make it next to impossible to pick me up, and they would call that the backbreaker. He's doing the backbreaker again, and my son just automatically knew how to do the backbreaker when he came out, and then he subsequently learned how to do a lot of other things that were super annoying as well, like flushing harmonicas down the toilet, things like that. Anyway, he became the backbreaker, and I wrote a song for him called Backbreaker. I'd like to play it for you right now. It goes like this. Face down on the floor, you got a bottle in your hand. Every word you say, that's another word I don't understand. Well, backbreaker, you stay up all night, then you sleep all day. What kind of man living life this way? The backbreaker. One day you're gonna be a heartbreaker. One day you're gonna be a love maker. You might be a soul shaker. Today you're just the backbreaker. Well, backbreaker. You got it all together. You're flushing it down the drain. Everything changes, everything stays the same. Well, backbreaker. Every time you scream, every time you cry, every time you shout, makes an old man wonder why. Well, backbreaker. One day you're gonna be a heartbreaker. One day you're gonna be a love maker. Hell, you might even be a litigator. Today you're just the backbreaker. Well, backbreaker. Come on, guitar. One day you're gonna be a heartbreaker. One day you're gonna be a love maker. You might be a soul shaker. Today you're just the backbreaker. Well, backbreaker. Taking me to the limit, cutting me to the bone. Now I'm caught up in it. I ain't never gonna leave you alone. Backbreaker. Cause there's gonna come a day when you start turning gray, and a brand new backbreaker could have come your way. bank breaker. One day you're gonna be a heartbreaker. One day you're gonna be a love maker. You might be a soul shaker. Today you're just the bank breaker. Well, bank breaker. Well, bank breaker. Well, bank breaker. Yeah. Thank you so much. Appreciate that. This next song I wrote while I was in Vienna. It's a song called, it's called Gravity. It's on my new CD entitled Acoustic Dopamine. After I wrote this song in Vienna, I went down out of the hotel. I went down into the street. I opened up my guitar case and I started playing it to see what the reaction from the Viennese people would be to this song. And it was just the same as anywhere else. They were like, "Don't look at him." And I'm breathing in and out, and I can read between the lines. I want to learn to go without before I run out of time. Gravity, you got a hold on me. I still want to fly. I never want to touch the ground. But gravity, you're bringing me down. And I'm half the man I used to be. But I guess that's better than nothing. Oh, and when the sun goes down on me, I want to reach for the moon. Gravity, you got a hold on me. But I still want to fly. And I never want to touch the ground. Gravity, you're bringing me down. Ooh, and I'll gladly wait for you. Will you wait for me? I want to hold you in my arms so tenderly. 'Cause you've always been the one to set me free. But I'm running out of time, slipping away just like tonight. And if I don't make it all the way, I only wanted you to know that gravity, you got a hold on me. But I still want to fly. touch the ground, but gravity, you're bringing me down. I still wanna fly, and I never wanna touch the ground, but gravity, you're bringing me down. Thank you, y'all. This one goes back for me. This song was on my CD entitled Retro Futura. That CD came out 25 years ago. It's a song for the sexy people, a song called Paper Moon. Are there any sexy people in the audience tonight? I think there are. It was like this. I remember when I moved to Columbus and I got a new band. The drummer was listening to this song and he said, "Dude, it's like Soundgarden but playing blues." I'm like, "Yeah, it sure is." It's 3 o'clock in the morning, wind whipping in the rain is coming in. I'm trying to find the words to bring you back again. I ain't so good at walking on shaky ground. I never know when to back down. Give me one more shot and don't run around, no. Is it just the sound of the thunder? Can I live under your paper moon? I saw somebody we both know yesterday. He said that you had packed your bags and moved away. Something about somebody new, yeah. Well, I hope he was wrong, 'cause I had to put him in the ground. I do the same to you, I never back down. One more shot and no run around, no. Is it just the sound of the thunder? Or can I live under your paper moon? This is where the sexy people, I need the sexy people to help me out. Sexy people, somebody scream up in the air! Larger than life, so much larger than life, so much larger than life, yeah, yeah, yeah. Is it just the sound of the thunder, or can I live under your paper moon? The sound of the thunder, or can I live under your paper moon? your paper moon, paper moon, paper moon, paper moon. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Yeah, yeah. Thank you, y'all. I've got a new CD, the newest CD that I have. It's not actually new. It's from 2018, 2017. I've got a song, and the CD is called Dopamine Machine, and this song is called Dopamine Machine. It's the title track. Yeah, it's called the title track when that happens. I remember I thought of it while I was like on my way to the post office, because I was looking at my phone and I was thinking, I was thinking about this song that was going to be a blues song. It was going to be called Telephone, Telephone. It was like, telephone, telephone. Dopamine machine, like something like that. And then I was like, wait, no, Dopamine Machine. I can like see Dopamine Machine, the new album from Hadden. You know, like a picture in the whole thing, featuring the title track, Dopamine Machine. All I had to do is write the title track, and this is it. And I got to play. I got nominated for Acoustic Artist of the Year at the Blues Music Awards, and I played the title track from Dopamine Machine. And it went like this. Dopamine, baby. She like nothing that I've ever seen, oh. Well, she my dopamine machine. She came a-walking out of my dream. Yeah. She my dopamine machine. Finest thing I've ever seen, throwing out my mind like a scorpion sting. Don't you know what I mean? A dopamine machine. She came a-walking out of my dream. She my dopamine machine. She make my soul cry. She make my head scream. She my dopamine machine. The finest thing I've ever seen, slipping through the sky like a backyard swing. Well, don't you know what I mean? A dopamine machine. Staring at her like an iPhone screen, smart enough to be the college dean. But there's only one thing on my mind, that's the dopamine. Yeah, baby. And I never settle. I never settle for the next best thing. Whoa! Woo! She my dopamine machine. She's all or nothing, never in between. No, 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 no. She's my dopamine machine. The finest thing I've ever seen, slipping through my mind like some ghetto balloon. But don't you know what I mean? A dopamine machine. Dopamine machine, dopamine machine, dopamine machine, dopamine machine, dopamine machine, dopamine machine. Thank you, y'all. Appreciate that very much. Are there any requests? I mean, I got a request earlier. I'm going to keep on playing, though. No requests. Okay. By the way, I don't do any requests that I don't know. So clearly, I wouldn't know. Like a little old lady asked for Dave Matthews. I'm just sorry, I can't do it. What's that? Yes. Yes, I can. Thank you, cousin. I appreciate that. Song is from the CD entitled Supersonic. Okay, let's just pause for a second. No, I know the song, but I wanted to tell you a story. No, I know you know it too. So I loaded up all my gear to go to Nashville. First time to record in Nashville. I'd recorded in Memphis before, but I'd never recorded in Nashville. This is in 99 when I got started on this CD. And I was like driving however far it is in Nashville, 12 hours or something like that. And I got through East Texas, and I was getting close to whatever that highway is. Maybe like, you go through 59, and then you go through Nacogdoches, and you're getting almost to the big highway over there, whatever town that is. I can't remember. Texarkana, something like that. Anyway, a cop pulls me over, and it's a state highway patrol, Texas, got the hat and the whole thing, and he comes over there. You're going 77, 60 or whatever, something like that. It's usually what I do. He says, "Where are you going?" I said, "I'm going to Nashville, make a record." He goes, "All right, I'll be right back. I'm gonna go back there and see how bad you are." So he's sitting in the car, and he's running my stuff, and he comes back, hands me my license, and goes, "Go make that record, boy." He let me go. Coolest cop ever. He's a good man. Heard somebody say you're back in town. I hope that this don't mean it's over. And if it is, I know you won't back down. We all get a little older. You seem to be a little black and blue, a little down under the weather. I can see it doesn't matter what you do. Gonna take some time to make it better. You need somebody look you in the eye, let you know you're gonna be a star again. Someone who understands you need a good man. And now he's playing in a rock and roll band, loud enough to bust your brains out. Says he wants to be a weekend man. Don't want nobody else to find out. We'll take a walk around the world for a while. You see some things that make you shiver, but then somebody's gonna dig your style. Love gonna float it like a river. You need somebody look you in the eye and let you know you're gonna be a star again. Someone who understands hands. You need a good man. A good man, yeah. Oh, a good man. You need a good man. And I'll take you by the hand. I'll make you understand. You need a good man. Heard somebody say you're back in time. I hope that this don't mean it's over. And if it is, I know you'll never back down. You need a good man. You need a good man, yeah. Oh, a good man. You need a good man. A good man, baby. Yeah, thank you so much. I'm a songwriter, and the way that I learned to be a songwriter was by listening to my dad's record collection, a lot of it. I love a lot of country music, classic country, people like Willie Nelson and Merle Haggard, people like that. Hank Williams. A lot of times when I write a song, I'll think about whether the song can stand the country test, where you just like convert it down to a basic country song, and if it still can stand on its own. I did that with a song of mine, a song called Unsatisfied. And the way that it started was... It's like a straight on, I guess maybe like a Hank Williams Sr. song. It was like, unsatisfied when I try to hold you. Unsatisfied. Oh, it's on here somewhere. I tuned it all different. When I say I care, all I wanted was to love you. But when I try, baby's unsatisfied. You get the picture. It's like a full-on country song. But that's not how it turned out on the record. It sounds more like this. Well, unsatisfied when I try to hold you. Unsatisfied when I say I care. All I wanted was to love you. But when I try, when I try, well, baby's unsatisfied. When we first met, I made you smile and swept you off your feet. You could not get enough of me, yeah, the boys could not compete. And years have passed and things have changed. Now I feel a chill, babe. I long to bring you back to me, for I want you still, but unsatisfied when I try to hold you. Unsatisfied when I say I care. All I wanted was to love you. When I tried, yeah, well, baby's unsatisfied. And every night I try to make it right. Every day I feel it slipping away. every night I try to make it right. And every day I feel it slipping away. When I try to hold you, but still I try. Still I try. Still I try. Still I try. Still I try, yeah, baby's unsatisfied. She's unsatisfied. She's unsatisfied. Unsatisfied. Oh, thank you. Got some fresh strings on there for you. They're so fresh they won't stay in tune, but that's all right. Willie Nelson, I love him. Back in the 50s, he had short hair. He had a duck tail. He wrote songs for people like Farron Young and Patsy Cline, and he didn't become the outlaw country icon that he is today for another 25 years. And the interesting thing to me about that is the song that made him famous is not a song that he wrote. In the twilight glow, I see blue eyes crying in the rain. When we kiss goodbye and part, I knew we'd never meet again. Well, love is like a dying ember, only memories remain. Through the ages, I'll remember blue eyes crying in the rain. Someday when we meet up yonder, we'll stroll hand in hand again. In a land knows no parting, blue eyes crying in the rain. Might as well do Merle while we're at it. The first thing I remember knowing was a lonesome whistle blowing and a young man's dream of growing up to ride on a freight train leaving town, not knowing where I'm bound. No one could steer me right, but Mama tried. One and only rebel child, From a family meek and mild, my mama seemed to know what lay in store. Despite all of my Sunday learning, toward the bad I kept on turning, till mama couldn't hold me anymore. And I turned 21 in prison, doing life without parole. No one could steer me right, but mama tried, mama tried, mama tried to raise me better, but her pleading I denied. That leaves only me to blame, 'cause mama tried. Your old daddy, rest his soul, left my mom a heavy load. She tried so very hard to fill his shoes, working hours without rest, wanted me to have the best. She tried to raise me right, but I refused. And I turned 21 in prison, doing life without parole. No one could steer me right, but mama tried, mama tried, mama tried to raise me better, but her pleading I denied. That leaves only me to blame, 'cause mama tried. That leaves only me to blame, 'cause mama tried. That leaves only me to blame, 'cause mama tried. Oh, Merle, thank you. Thank you so much, everybody. I've got a song that's called Sweet Texas Girls. We're kind of on a country bent right now. I'm going to stick with that. Are there any Sweet Texas girls in the audience? Good, I'm glad. There's a nice video for this on my YouTube channel. If you search that, you'll get to see some, women of various and sundry, doing various and sundry sweet things. It goes like this. Las Vegas, Nevada, that's someplace you want to see before you die. The showgirls, they're something, but they ain't got nothing on a sweet Texas girl by and by. And if you're gone to Carolina to find something finer, your wheels might just be spinning around. All you'll be thinking while you're sitting there a-drinking is, Lord, I miss that Houston town and a sweet Texas girl. They're the pride of that Galveston island, sweet Texas girls. They're the best thing about that Big D. Sweet Texas girls like the wind in their curls. Lord knows there's something to see, but the best thing about them is they got no problem with old Texas boys like me. Yes, sir. If you're gone to California, I think it's fair to warn you, it's a sight when the sea hits the sky. But don't be expecting to change your perspective about the light in those Texas girls' eyes. And if long nights are lonely, have you thinking only of the better way things used to be? You better hop an old Greyhound that's heading for Cowtown, 'cause Fort Worth's a fine place to see a sweet Texas girl. They're the pride of that Galveston island, sweet Texas girls. They're the best thing about that Big D. Sweet Texas girls like the wind in their curls. And Lord knows there's something to see, but the best thing about them is they got no problem with old Texas boys like me. Don't get me wrong, there's beauty all over the world, But I sing this song for that piney woods princess and the hill country queen, the panhandle beauties and the ones in between. It's all for those sweet Texas girls. Yes. There's South Beach eye candy that'll make a man glad he's alive. But the best in the nation, still College Station, where the sweet Aggie girls all reside. Sweet Texas girls, they're the pride of that Galveston Island. Sweet Texas girls, they're the best thing about that big deal. Sweet Texas girls like the wind in their curls. Lord knows there's something to see, but the best thing about them is they got no problem with old Texas boys like me. Yeah, the best thing about them is they got no problem with old Texas boys like me. Yeah, yeah. Oh, thank you so much. Thank you. Everybody feeling good? Nice. Oh, yeah. This song is by Prince. I remember when this came out, I didn't realize there was no bass line. There's just not a bass line on it at all. Because in my mind, I was like working out a bass part. I guess I was just going along thinking there was one there. I'm playing one right now. I think this is what he wanted. I think what he wanted is for everybody to just like choose their own bass line. Big, if you will, the picture of you and I engaged in a kiss. The sweat of your body covers me. Can you, my darling, can you picture this dream if you can? A courtyard, oceans of violets in bloom, animals strike curious poses. They feel the heat between me and how can you just leave me standing alone in a world that's so cold? Maybe I'm just too demanding. Maybe I'm just like my father, too bold. Maybe you're just like my mother. She never satisfied. Why do we scream at each other? This is what it sounds like when doves cry. If you will, my stomach, feel how it trembles inside. You got the butterflies all tied up. Don't make me chase you, even doves have cried. How do you just leave me standing alone in a world that's so cold? Maybe I'm just too demanding. Maybe I'm just like my father, too bold. Maybe you're just like my mother. She never satisfied. She never satisfied. Why do we scream at each other? This is what it sounds like when doves cry. Dooby-doo-oh. Well, how can you just leave me standing alone in a world that's so cold? Maybe I'm just too demanding. Maybe I'm just like my father, too bold. Maybe you're just like my mother. She never satisfied. Why do we scream at each other? This is what it sounds like when doves cry. Yeah. Thank you so much. Appreciate that. This next song is on my latest CD, Dopamine Machine. It's a song called Blood Red Coupe de Ville. I got really fascinated by the songwriter Warren Zevon. Anybody know who Warren Zevon is? I saw a werewolf with a Chinese menu in his hand. He was walking through the streets of Soho in the rain. He was looking for a place called E-Ho Fooks. Gonna get a big dish of beef chow mein. Ah, ooh. There it is. Yeah. So we all know. We all know. Yeah, it's a good one. But he was good friends with Hunter S. Thompson, kind of the tail end of the beat generation writers. And those guys were fast friends, and they were both great writers in their own way. And there's some fascinating YouTube video of those guys hanging around together and talking backstage and whatnot. And I can remember at one point, maybe they're telling a story about the time they took a drive out in the middle of the desert and dropped acid and shot machine guns or something really wacky like that. And Warren Zevon turns to the camera, was describing the car they were in, and he just said, "It was a blood red Coupe de Ville." He said it just like that, and I was like, well, I got to have a song now called Blood Red Coupe de Ville. That's just too cool. It doesn't even matter if I already have one called Flat Black Automobile. I'm going to go ahead and do it. Yeah, I'm not shy about that. In fact, we'll play them back to back. We'll do the car songs now. This one's Blood Red Coupe de Ville. It goes like this. I feel so alive when I'm driving down the boulevard. I feel so good when I'm behind the wheel. And I'm reminded that life is sweet, even though it's hard. When I'm rolling in my blood red Coupe de Ville. Says a lot about a man, the car that he drives. It's everything about the way it makes you feel. And I wonder what they'll say about me after my final drive. Rolling in my blood red Coupe de Ville. Well, they say I live too fast, that I died too free, that I got lost in alcohol, found in the reverie. Lord, I wonder just what they'll say when it come down to me. Rolling in my blood red Coupe de Ville. say I live too fast, that I died too free, that I got lost in alcohol, found in the reverie. But I wonder just what they'll say when it come down to me, rolling in my blood-red Coupe de Ville. And I feel invincible, maybe just a little evil, when I'm rolling down that old Brazos River Road. And I realize there's so many feelings that I've yet to feel, rolling in my blood-red Coupe de Ville. So if you find yourself all alone in a crowded room, don't let yourself get hung up on all doom and gloom. It's only a flash in the darkness before the light refills. You gotta pretend you're rolling in a blood-red Coupe de Ville. Yeah, it's all just a bunch of metaphors, but the spirit, it's so real. Rolling in a blood-red Coupe de Ville. Yeah, thank you. I played a house concert. I do a lot of house concerts all over the place for these folks right here, these folks over here, and I played one in Memorial here in Houston, and I finished it. It was kind of toward the end of the night, and I finished the song, and the guy in the back goes, the guy that was hosting me just goes, "Well, that's your best song. Why the hell did you take so long to play it?" Thank you, sir. That's right. So anyway, that was my best song, just so you know. You can go home now. It just goes downhill from here. Anyway, we promised to see, well, I promised that I would play this song next, a song called Flat Black Automobile. It's a special song for me because not long after I wrote it, I got a call from General Motors asking if they could use it in a commercial. I said yes. Then they got around to the part where they wanted to change all the lyrics from Flat Black Automobile to Shiny New Automobile, and I said yes. About 6 weeks goes by, and I get a check in my mailbox, and I open the envelope, take the check out, write my name on the back, and I take it down to my local Chase Bank, and I pass it over to the lady, and she looks at the check, she looks at me, she says, "Sir, would you like large bills or would you like small bills?" I said, "Hell yes." I got a flat and black automobile. Used to be gray till I sprayed it yesterday, and I said low behind the wheel. Everybody's talking, but I don't care what they say. I got my baby, and she like to go riding. Her door don't work, she don't mind sliding. Everyone should know how it feels to have a flat black automobile. I got a trunk, don't work, and I use too much gas. Well, that's okay, 'cause I don't drive too fast. I got everything a man could want. Long as what you want is a horn that don't honk, I keep her running, never neglected. There's only one thing, I can't get her inspected. Everyone should know how it feels to have a flat black automobile. Yeah. Lately I know I've been down in a hole. Sometimes I just want to cry. Well, I don't get mad and I don't get sad. I just go for a ride in a flat and black automobile. Used to be gray until I sprayed it yesterday, and I sit low behind the wheel. Everybody's talking, but I don't care what they say. Still got my baby, she still like to go riding. Her door still don't work, but she still don't mind sliding. Everyone should know how it feels to have a flat black automobile. Everyone should know how it feels to have a flat black automobile. Everyone should know how it feels, yeah, to have a flat black automobile. Yeah, thank you so much. So I play guitar in this band called the Ruthie Foster Family Band, featuring the Queen of the Blues worldwide, Miss Ruthie Foster. Yeah. Also an Aggie, sort of, kind of an Aggie. She identifies as an Aggie. Yeah. Yes, we will. She's totally from Texas. She's from Gauls, Texas. But during the COVID pandemic thing, I got an email saying, hey, we're going to have a Zoom meeting. The band is going to have a Zoom meeting. So we had a Zoom meeting. And, we really enjoyed, like, looking at each other and, hey, look at there. This is cool. This is Zoom. It was that kind of thing, kind of novices as musicians at Zoom. But she kind of dropped it on us that we were going to perform on Austin City Limits, which I was, like, super excited about. Not at the time, though. At the time, like, she said it, and everybody in the band was just kind of like, okay, yeah, cool, right on. Maybe we were, like, so just drunk on Zoom, we didn't realize like, what she was saying or something, because we're like, oh, yeah, that's cool, man, yeah, I think I can do that, yeah. I don't think I have any conflicts, We had 0 gigs. Every one of us were all like, it was like nothing going on. Anyway, like, as the days passed by after she had told us all, I started to get more and more excited, and I realized it was like a bucket list moment. So yeah, played on Austin City Limits and went down to Austin and did a couple days rehearsal, and then stayed in this really cool downtown hotel, and then performed on the show and the whole thing. And I was reminded while I was there of my time that I spent in Austin trying to be an Austinite after I was after I graduated from college. I'm looking over here because I have college friends over here. So, friend over here, sorry. Yes. Yeah. So yeah, and that's fine. It's totally cool. I love Austin, and I wrote a love song to Austin actually, and it was kind of like this trying to when I graduated, I wanted to go be a musician in Austin, Texas, and I got over there and I immediately got a gig. And it was a road gig, and the first thing I did was drive to Atlanta, and then I drove somewhere beyond there for the next one. So it was just kind of this weird, like, this song is a love letter to this town that I never could, like, put it together for some reason. It goes like this. Well, I'm holding on to all that's left behind, looking for a way to change my mind. Nothing's coming easy, nothing to release me. And if I could, I'd give it one more try. If I could, don't you know I would? If I could, I'd love you like I should. If I could, baby, I'd be good. Said if I could, I'd love you like I should. I'm beholden to the stars up in the sky. But this place has me bottled up inside, longing to be free, and I ain't afraid of what's in front of me. If I could, I'd love you one more time. If I could, don't you know I would? If I could, I'd love you like I should. If I could, well, baby, I'd be good. I said, if I could, I'd love you like I should. And driving down the road feels like I've had this heavy load for way too long. And if I come this way again, I'll be searching for a friend, half as good as you've been for so long. If I could, well, don't you know I would? If I could, I'd love you like I should. If I could, well, baby, I'd be good. I said, if I could, I'd love you like I should. Oh, if I could, I'd love you like I should. Yeah, thank you so much. I'm a touring musician, and the way I started going about becoming a touring musician is I would just call bars in other towns and ask them if they would give me a gig. I mean, I started in Conroe. It didn't go very far. But then I got to Huntsville. Hell, I even got to Dallas, Fort Worth, Norman, Oklahoma, Ardmore, Oklahoma. There's a couple other little tiny Oklahomas I can't remember. Might have been that. It's wherever Two Frogs is. But I kind of spiraled off to West Texas for a while. I went to Midland, Odessa. Don't go there. But I worked my way out to Crane, Texas, Alpine, Texas. Finally, I got to El Paso. Yeah, there we go. There we go. And I played a place called Wild Hares out there. And I played every crappy bar between here and there, but when I got to this place, it was completely different, and I'll tell you why. Normally what happens when you show up at a place, a bar, to play a bar gig, you usually show up about 6, and that's happy hour, and all they want to do is sell as much beer as humanly possible to those people. And all we wanted to do was eat our free meal, because bands got a free meal back then. And the bartender would go to the cash register and pull out the band menu. Now, Mucky Duck, I get to order anything on the entire menu that I want. Thank you, Mucky Duck. But at most places, barroom gigs, you got the kids menu, but with bigger portions. Not this place. This place was called Wild Hares, and the guy that owned it, his name was Rich, and Rich liked to load us up in his truck and take us straight over to the border where we walk across into Juarez and go to a steakhouse for a 2-hour meal. Old school 70s steakhouse. Red shack carpet on the floor. 70s prom tuxedos for the waiters. The whole thing. A place where you knew when you were going there, you were getting a steak. You just didn't know which cut you were going to get. I'll have the chopped steak. You're going to get a baked potato and a salad, and they would come out, they'd give you the potato, and then they'd bring out that stainless steel Lazy Susan with the cheese and the bacon bits and the sour cream and all that, and you could just turn if you got a hold of it, you could just turn it into a magical thing, your potato. But after this 2-hour dinner, I was ready to get back and get started. We're still in Mexico, and lo and behold, our club owner wanted to take us to one more stop, a place called the Kentucky Club. 100-year-old bar, very unique place, open air, kind of, sort of. Antique cash register that was broken with money hanging out of it. Bartender wearing a revolver in his belt so no one was messing with the money. Antique cash register, I told you about that. So then the next thing would be the antique mirror behind the bar. Big crack running through it where Ronald Reagan, when he was a private in the Army, got drunk and threw a shot glass at it and broke it. Piles and piles and piles of ice, and underneath all that ice was ice cold beer. But this place had one unique feature that I've not seen in any other bar, and I've been in a lot of bars. A urinal in front of every bar stool. But if you go, don't pee in the urinal. It's just for looking at. Nobody's peed in it in 50 years. I'm tripping down to Mexico, where there's a white sand and the tropical wind blows, and pretty ladies wearing flowers in their hair. I got a little senorita waiting for me down at the end of the pier, you know that. Man, I'm gonna have big fun when I get there. Staying up all night, sleep all day, up all night, where there ain't no other way. Tripping down to Mexico, ain't no other way, baby. 'Cause I'm tripping down to Mexico, Mexico. Barefoot into the shadows of the sunrise was the only thing on my mind, yeah. But love making in the afternoon suit me just fine. And when the sun goes down, I'm gonna go to the cantina. Me and my chicken gonna drink a tequila. Salt in the lime is just a wasting my time. I'm staying up all night, sleep all day, up all night, where there ain't no other way. I'm tripping down to Mexico, ain't no other way, baby. Tripping down to Mexico, Mexico. Let's trip on down one time, y'all. Barefooting through the shadows of the sunrise was the only thing on my mind, yeah. But love making in the afternoon suit me just fine. When the sun goes down, I'm gonna go to the cantina. Me and my chicken gonna drink a Corona. Salt in the lime is just a wasting my time, yeah. Staying up all night, sleep all day, up all night, where there ain't no other way. I'm dripping down to Mexico. Ain't no other way, no, 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 no. Dripping down to Mexico, Mexico, Mexico. Dripping down to Mexico. Dripping down to Mexico. Dripping down to Mexico. Dripping down to Mexico. Yeah, yeah. Thank you so much. Was there anything I left out? Is there something I was supposed to play that I haven't played? Did you come and consult the set list while I was eating my fish and chips? I love this guy. Doc Pomus is the guy who wrote this song. Doc Pomus is a rhythm and blues singer. He started out that way in the 50s. Big, heavy-set guy. He had polio when he was a child. He was on crutches when he was young. He tried really hard to become a blues singer, but it didn't work out, and he started writing songs, and he had a knack for writing songs. He wrote songs for the Platters and the Drifters and the Coasters and Elvis Presley and other people as well. A few years after he got started, he was a very successful songwriter, and he got married, and by then he was in a wheelchair, and he had a very fancy wedding reception in Manhattan. All of his friends, the rock stars of the day, came to wish him well and his wife well. One by one, they shook his hand, and then they asked his wife for a dance, and he spent his wedding reception watching rock stars dance with his wife. But he sat down and wrote this song. It might be his very best. But you can dance every dance with the guy who gives you the eye. Let him hold you tight. But you can smile every smile for the man who held your hand neath the pale moonlight. But don't forget who's taking you home and in whose arms you're gonna be. Sweet darling, say the last dance for me. Oh, I know that the music is fine, like sparkling wine. Go and have your fun. Laugh and sing, but while we're apart, don't give your heart to anyone. And don't forget who's taking you home and in whose arms you're gonna be. Sweet darling, say the last dance for me. Baby, don't you know I love you so? Can you feel it when we touch? And I'll never ever let you go. Girl, I love you so much. You can dance, go and carry on till the night is gone and it's time to go. If he asks, are you all alone? Could he walk you home? You must tell him no. And don't forget who's taking you home and in whose arms you're gonna be. Oh, darling, say the last dance for me. Be. Sweet darling, say the last dance for me. Say the last dance for me. Ooh, say the last dance for me. Thank you, y'all. Thanks a lot for coming to see me tonight, y'all. I'm Hadden Sayers. Well, I've been to Louisiana, Missouri, and Tennessee. They got a little town in Ohio where everybody being real good to me. Northern California, that's where the women taste like wine. But if you take me back to Texas, I won't mind. Yeah. Well, I went up to Oklahoma, on out to Michigan. I came back down through old Chicago. I felt the cold wind blow again. Seen smiling faces, all those places. I'm going back sometime. But if you take me back to Texas, I won't mind. Take me back to Texas, I won't mind. I won't mind. New York's great, but the Lone Star State is where I spend my time. Been around the world and I just can't seem to shake this state of mind. Take me back to Texas, I won't mind. Somebody screaming Houston, Texas. I spent the time of my life in the city of lights, some people call Gay Paris. I stayed up all night with some friends of mine down in Berlin, Germany. I seen smiling faces, all those places. I'm going back sometime, but if you take me back to Texas, I won't mind. Said if you take me back to Texas, I won't mind. Why don't you take me back to Texas? I won't mind. Yeah. Thank you so kindly, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Hadden Sayers. Thank you so much to the Mucky Duck staff. Woo. Thanks a lot, y'all.